So today we will be the last day we talk about the load balancer part. Today we will be talking about how this implementation is going to be work and how this is looking, right? So let's get started on that area and see this one. So let's get started. Voice is pretty audible, right? Screen is visible. Everyone, no small size, nothing like that, right? Okay. So today, what exactly we will be doing it? We will be creating a load balancer. Okay, and my voice is bit down. I already told right from last few days the health is not keeping well, so that's the reason. So what we will be doing it, we will be setting two different web server. Okay, and those web server we will be sending some traffic, and we will see how load balancer is actually balancing the load. That part we will be doing it. So whatever the EC2 instance we will create today, those two EC2 instance will be into different availability zone. On that basis, the load is going to happen, and code we will be going to write it. Okay, so how we will be doing it? Just see one by one the complete practical example. Okay, let's go to EC2 instance. So now let's launch an instance. Let's see. Public instance. Load balancer one. I'm maintaining one naming conventions because we wanted to see the difference over there very upfront and clearly. That's the reason we are doing it in this page, in this way. Okay. We need public instance load balancer one. It has windows. I'll copy the same name while passing the key pair. Create new key pair. Get over here. Make it as create key pair. Go to add it. Network let's VPC. Subnet, remember at that time, as of now we are passing 1B, next we will pass either 1A or 1C. Create a security group. We want to create a remove this is we don't want, and let's keep it something this one. Okay, keep it this is something, and make an instance as a launch is it. Today what we will do, today one more thing we will do, we will add extra storage also in our cluster and try to map it for Windows. Okay. Now let's go back again to the EC2 instances. Go back to the instances. Let's say it is running. Create one more. Create one more. And this time pass load balancer 2 to Windows. Okay. And create new pair only. We want balancer 2. Create the key pair. Okay. Go to add it. Default subnet last time 1B we will choose this time 1A. Auto assign should be enabled. Create an decide page. Load balancer 2 and then default and just remove it. Okay, and launch the instance. Pretty much fine. Now what exactly we done it? We created two different EC2 instances into the same cluster. One it at 1B, one it at 1A. That is what we did it. Now what we wanted, we want to launch and see the things first. Okay, so let's go to security first. Go to security group. Go to added inbound rule. Add a rule, and this is RDP. So add RDP. Make it as my IP. The first thing. Then add HTTP because we want our code to be running my IP. Pass HTTP. Here, make it as my IP and save the rules. So this is added for one of the component. Let's go to another instances and remove this filter. See what is the status. It is still initializing. Load balancer 2. Fine. We can just do security and then go to security groups rule again. Go to added inbound rules. Add rule. Add. uh, Make it as my IP. Then go to HTTP. It has again my IP. Again add rule. It has again HTTP. My IP. Oops. My IP. And save the rule. What exactly we did? We created two different clusters into this account. Okay. Go to census and see how the status. Okay. At least one is coming up. So let's say take this one and try to connect it and go to RDP client. Yes. Get password, launch it, load the private key. So this is public instance load balancer 1. Open, decrypt the password, and the password is available over here. Okay. So let's say try with Maxim only. Let's use some remote ng today. Okay, let's create new connection. Give it as a name as an EC2 instance LB1. Load balancer 1. Post name and IP. Let's take 13 to 33. 13 dot 233 dot 139 49 13 dot 233. User 33 139 dot 40. Username is administrator. As the password which we just now created. Take this password, then just connect with an option. connect to the console session because I want one more session to be output. So let's see, it is opening or not. Sorry. Meanwhile, this session is opening. Let's go to the another sessions, EC2 instance, and okay, another session is also available. So let's copy the IP and go to the browser. Just a second. Let it come. Okay. Says let's make another connection and the new connection, and the name of this connection should be EC2 should go first name, let's copy here, let's copy here, and take this the host name. The name should be administrator, which we will be getting by clicking on connect RDP client. Just pass it administrator and just take it. Password generated. Caps lock is on. App. Get the password. Load private key. Load Blinzer 2. Password. Take the password. The password is here. Go over there and pass this particular password into this one. Control one. Fine. So let's try to connect this one. Connect to console session. Let's see whether it is accessing or not. This will be accessing up. So now one thing which we notice that okay, whatever the accounts are there, it is going to be created and available into the cluster. Now what we have to do it, we have to actually add some extra storage also today. Okay, extra storage in our cluster. Tap into this cluster. It is coming. So what exactly we'll do today now? Go to EC2 instance and go to volumes. Go to volumes and create volume. Create a volume today also. So let's say general purpose. This much is not required. Just 10 GB is required to see. Okay. For one availability zone is 1A. So 1B for one of the part. For another one, we will keep it 1A. And this much only fine. And make it as create volume. Okay. So what exactly it will do? It will show available. And let's attach this volume. Then attach volume. It should show me the load balancer one. Yes. Because 1B is only the one where I have created. Device name you can take anything, not an issue. And just attach the volume. Fine. Now what you do, create one more volume and make it as 10 GB, and this should be into 1A. Fine. Create volume, and this time it should show me into availabilities into for load balancer 2 it should be show me. Okay. So let's say select action, attach volume. Over here it should be show me load balancer 2. Device name should be anything, you can take it and attach a volume. So when we attach a volume means when we added a storage, it should reflect over here. So let's go to over here, EC2, EC2 1. Let's go to the File Explorer. Let's go to File Explorer and search for this component, this PC. So if you see that, even though if we add it, it is not reflecting. It should be showcased, right? It is not showing over here. Go to Load Balancer 2 and see whether it have been added or showing over here. Go to this PC and it is still not showing. For both of the component, for both of the server, even though after added, it is not showing. The reason why it is not showing because you have not yet mounted that storage. It is available, but it is not mounted. So what you have to do, just search for server manager. Server manager. Once you find the server manager, just click on server manager. As of now, I am on load balancer 1. I'm a load balancer 1 component. So just click on server manager. Okay. And as of now, it is loading. See, meantime, what we'll do, let's search for this one also. So, server manager. And just open this one. And go again back. Meantime, it is coming. It is still loading. It's still opening. Until this section is doesn't stop means the server is still loading over there. In both of the instances, it is loading only. Fine. So this is stopped over here. And what is happening to this one? This is still loading. Fine. So now what will happen? You will see one section over here, file and storage service. After it is happening, just click on this server option, and then you will see this volume which already you have created. So let's go to the volumes. Whether we are seeing it over here, it's still loading. We are seeing 30 GB, but still we are not using that 10 GB which we have created. So see on disk, it is there. Finally, finally we find that 10 GB what we created and allocated the volume. That is 10 GB, but it is showing into the offline mode. So what you have to do it, you have to bring this volume online first. Bring this volume. I'm like, yeah, I want it. Once you bring this volume, it is showing as online, but it is still as an unknown partition. Okay, unknown partition. So what I'll do, I'll just create a new volume and then I'll just go to next, next, yes. I'll just say okay, minimum 9 GB you can create it. D letter should be there, next, next, and then I said create it. If everything go correctly, it should create a volume and make it as close. Okay, so if I'll go now, whether it will show, the answer is yes. Now it will show a new volume which I have attached and created into the Windows server. That is the part you have to do it. Similarly, let's go to LB2. Now server configure done. So just pass file and storage services and see nothing is there. Just go to the disk and I will say whether it is showcasing over here or not. So it is showing as an offline. Just bring it online, make it as yes, make it as yes. Once yes is available, just create a new volume, click on next, next, okay. Yeah, 9.97 GB should be there. Next, drive letter should be D, next, next, and just say create. What will happen? A new drive again going to be created. Make it as close. Make it as close and see whether it is there. Yeah, it is also getting created. So this is like attaching the volumes which you have done it in your cluster. Fine. Now again from here, what you have to do next part? You have to create a web-based server. So what you will be doing is just pass again server manager, or it is already open here in LB1, and just go to servers. Just go to servers or come to here. Okay, dashboard. So what you have to do it, you have to click on add roles and features. sound issue. Can someone confirm? I just got a message for disconnection. Can someone confirm? Audible, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay, fine. Click on next. Now, what exactly it is asking that, okay, which type of installation you want to do it for a physical company. So most of the time we should be doing a role-based installation only. So let's say next. After that, what is it showing? Okay, what is the server from the pool? Yes, I want to do it from the server pool. Now here what I need to choose, I need to choose web server IS because I want to configure IS for my servers and click on add features. Okay, web server provides a reliable, manageable and scale web-based application infrastructure. Like fine. So just click on next. I don't want rest of the things as of now to set up, though I can do it. Just make it next. And this is just an notification. So make it next. So with the web server, these all things going to be installed. It's okay. Make it next and then install. So what it'll do, it will start installing web server IS on your server. Okay. Now meantime it is installing at LB1. Let's go to LB2 also. Open a server manager. Go to server manager. Click on add roles and feature. Click on next. It should be role based. So next server from pool and use web server IS. Add features. Click on next and then click on next over here. Next and click on next and click on install. Okay, so what exactly it will do? This will also do an installation for this particular component. Okay, so let just happen it this particular part to be completed. Okay, let it run. Okay, so server one is got closed. That it's completed. Finish installation succeeded. Make it as closed. So once it is installed, what is the difference you will see? You have to just go to local disk C and over here you will find one folder getting created init pub. Okay, 28th October 2024. Today is 28th, right? And as of now this is going on, so fine. So let's go to init pub and then under this you will find some files is getting created. So let's go into triple w route and you will find some more files. So what we'll do, we'll just delete this file because this is not our of need. Make it done. Now what you have to do, you have to create a new file. Okay? New file. Let's give it as a name index.html. Once you create this file, just double click on this file and edit the content. I will give you this content, okay, and just say paste it, okay. And here you can do welcome to my website. Load balancer, load balancer one should display. Display. Okay. So what I did, I just added some content over there. And like okay, file save as. And this file should be saved as index.html, make it as all file and save it. Yes. So what exactly it is? It should show one more file over here. Root and no, it does not save. Rename it, and it should be just index.html. Oops. Rename index file save as HTML, make it as all files and save. Okay. So after that, what will happen? You will be see one more file getting created for index.html. Fine. Now go to over here. Is it completed or not? Yeah, this is completed. So let's make it close. So once it is created, again there should be also one file local disk c init pub and go to triple do root. Go to delete these all parameters. So as of now, we have not reached to load balancer because we are doing some prerequisites only. Okay. So let's create new file, new text document, and just give it as a name index.html. Give that name. Open that file and just copy the content. I will this one and welcome to my website. Load balancer 2. Load balancer 2. Okay. File save as and save it as a index.html. So HTML. No, it is not expecting HTML. Okay. So what happened? One index is .html, another index.html, both of the file created. Fine. So now we are done with the EC2 instances part. Now what we have to do it, now go back to the console, AWS console. And now from here, where you have to do it, now you have to set up the load balancer to see. So what we'll do, click on EC2 and just go down and here you will find a section called load balancer section. And now from here, what you have to do, you have to start creating the load balancer. So as of now, there is no load balancer in this cluster. So just create a load balancer. So as we discussed into our theoretical classes also, we have three type of load balancer. One is application load balancer, which work on HTTP model. One is which is work on network load balancer, and the third one is which belongs on the third party virtual application. So as of now, we will be use the load balancer of application ALB. So click on create load balancer. So let's say what name we want to give it. So let's give it as a name Ranjit. Let's go. Load balancer. And what we want to do it, we want to make it as internet facing. Okay, internal means if we want to go and define some internal IPs. Okay, internet facing only we want. We keep it as we keep it as a internet facing IPv4 and fine. Then network mapping I should be using default and select at least the zones. Okay, so wherever we have our EC2 instances, our in 1A, 1B is also available, 1C is also. So we'll take three of them. Okay, and what exactly it is showing? Okay, what security group you have? So let's add this one also, public instances and load balancers also, whatever we have created. Default is there, but we have also created, so we will create it. Okay. After that, what it is showing that a listener is a process that connecting using a port and all means by which only it is going to communicate. Okay, traffic will be going to work on this one. So what it is asking that okay, add a target group. So as of now, we does not have a target group. So create a target group. So once you create a target group, what is actually going to be happen? It should open a new window. So it is asking that okay, how you want to balance the load. Okay, so basically in our scenario, we want to basic the load via instances in this component. So instances should be there and target group name you should say Ranjit underscore target. Oh, this is the target group we want. Protocol should be HTTP. We don't want to change it. Preferred version should be IPv4. Again, default VPC is mapped and health checks can be done fine. And tags you should be adding for this component. So let's say name and the value should be Ranjit. add a tag, and it should be email. Let's pass DevOps Gmail. Once this part you configured, so we have choose instance. You can choose IP address, Lambda function, or ALB directly. We choose instances because we already created instances. Now go to next. What it is asking. Okay, so let's say Ranjit. This much only. Pass it. Go to our next file. So what exactly it happened? It should be showing it. So what exactly it is showing? There are two targets it is showing. One is Ranjit public instance load balancer, which is there, load balancer one, and another target which is over there. So what we have to do it, we have to select. So what I'll do, I'll just say include as in pending behavior. Once I add it, this is now showcasing as a target. Earlier it was instances. Now it is showcasing as a target into this one. Now what happened? So load balancer 2 have been added. Now what will add? I'll add another one also. So now what will happen? There are two targets is getting added. Target 1, target 2. Both of the targets are getting added into this component which is available into this cluster itself, right? Once target is created, then you have to pass create target group. Okay, create target group. So now what it is going to do it? It will actually creating a target group. Okay, so now if you review it, what exactly it is happening that there are two total targets. Health is fine and it is zero as of now, and there is no such issues happening. Okay, and these are the component is in it. But as of now, the health status is it is showing as unused because we have not using it. Okay, so after that, what is that? Just register the targets which is already we did it. Go back to the target group, see the monitoring part. Is anything is going over here? No, nothing is there. Let's click on the health checks also. So as of now, it is showing healthy. Nothing is happening over there. And go back again to the target group. So this is the target group got created. But as of now, it is none associated. So what I have to do it now over here, if you'll see low down, it should reflect over here. Just refresh it. Just refresh it. So after refreshing it, what exactly it is showing? Ranjit target group, which just now we created. Just select this instance and then add a listener tag. So let's say name and pass the value as Ranjit. Okay, and just a tag email and just say DevOps with it. This is also added. This one we don't want it. AWS Web Application Firewall is fine. So what exactly it is doing? Basic combination summary that Ranjit load balancer is internet facing is there and IPv4 versioning is there. It is configured with the security group default. Ranjit public load balancer and Ranjit public load balancer 2. Network has been configured. All the three availability zones are there and listeners and routings have been configured. Fine. So let's create a load balancer. Let's create a load balancer. Just cross check one more time and just click on create load balancer. Okay, so again here issue. So Ranjit, let's give it as load balancer. So if it is fine, so let's go to create load balancer. So if everything should be fine, it should create one load balancer and we should be seeing something onto the cloud instead of accessing EC2 instances. So now what exactly it is happening? It is actually trying to create one load balancer. So if you see over here, as of now, the state is in provisioning. It should be in running. So we might need to wait for few seconds to run. Okay, to run. So let's reload it. And now what we will do, now we will be not dealing anything with the EC2 instances. We will be dealing everything using load balancer. So once this provisioning part is done, this one, it should reflect. So let's see, reload. it will generally take some time to be available, but once it is available, it should be visible. Because of the biggest component into the cloud, this actually take a lot of time to set up. Okay, well, let's see. Notice how much big component it is that it is taking too much of time. That is the reason this is problematic. It's not problematic, sorry. It's a important topic to understand. So now what will happen if anything is running, it should be go through EC2 instances. Right? And it is very important caution from the interview prospectus. You should be knowing it, this part, very carefully. See, this is the thing what we have done it, which is the port 80, priority health is 80, target group and via target registration is in progress. Now you will see the difference actually once this is up, right? So you will see that now without going to EC2 instance itself, you can able to load everything and it should be working fine. But it is taking more than enough time, which I expect. It's fine, not an issue. We should be when we work on this kind of a clusters, this is actually do. Okay. And now we will be accessing this thing with the DNS name. The DNS name what we have it, and we should not using IPs and all. Come on. Fine. Meantime, it is coming up as a concept wise. Did you get any issues in this implementation? Anyone on the call? Shakti, you are joining both of the batches, weekend and weekdays also as of now.
Sir,
You are joining both of the batches, weekend and weekdays. Both of batches you are joining right now.
yes, sir.
Okay. Getting the clarity, or still you have some doubts?
No, sir, I get clarity, sir.
Okay. What about you, Shravani? Now better coming from a different background, from the qualification perspective, are you now able to understand at least few of the things? And another one, I think, Rupa, you are there, right? Let's try to access once if it is. Yes, yes. Okay, fine. Let's try whether it is taking or not, or it is still loading. No, I don't think so yet. No, until unless this is not come into the running state, it take time. See, even clouds also can take this much of time. So this is something very common. You should not be in a hurry burry that okay, this is not working, that is not working. Not an issue. Actions, everything is fine. So, but yeah, generally earlier it used not to take that much of time, but now maybe let's keep going. So that's the reason. It is taking a lot of time. Status is still provisioning. We can monitor it. Okay, finally it came into the active state. Let's try whether this is actually displaying what we are looking for or not. Anjit load balancer ELP1 response is that it coming or not? That's what we have to pass it. Gateway timeout. Server is going very slow. That is the reason it is actually throwing these errors today. Strange. This is happening could be probably because of our target groups. Something is going over here wrong. Health checks. Oh, these are unhealthy. See, this is unhealthy. Okay. Uh, 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 uh. Hmm. Why it become unhealthy? This has happened at the instance level. Server got heavily loaded. See, this is a real-time implementation happened. Health status is healthy, unhealthy, showing. Hmm. Okay. Sports. Did this be registered one more? Okay. Let's register the target and make it as include as in pending below target. Let's see. Targets are reported by health except on the register according to the actually settled. Okay. See what is something is gone wrong with the senses. Then she applications one load balancer does this is working set two. This is also working. No such issue. So where the problem happened why yesterday. Hmm. TP threshold should is for timeout. Let's say make it increase little bit to see if we can able to retrieve it. 30 seconds. Let's 5 interval 5 intervals. Let's make it. Okay. And loop cluster itself is showing unhealthy, though it is running fine. Everything is fine, but where is this happening coming? Okay, something wrong. So we added multiple components. This is coming correctly. Sensor and let's see this one. Load balancer, make it fix and try. Okay, let's create one sample instance to see at least it is coming or not. So this one and let's make it at t2.micro. Hit one. This one be our sample load. Create key pair. Add it. Let's say 1A auto assign. Select existing security group. Let's add it the server. Load balancer window and launch instance quickly. Meantime, we'll see. Unhealthy in target group. Why it is showing? Okay. Security group app. So, check public load 7. Prevalence to have port number 80 is configured. It is configured. HTTP is configured for this one. Then public instance for load balancer 2 also. 83. Okay. Okay. Sure. Outbound rules are open. Add rule. Show the out. Let's say is there for TCP is already add estimation range. Wait for us. Cancel. So 2. The one. Add it in bound. Is also fine for us. Right. So back to EC2 instance. Let's say instance is running as a. Let's try adding this one into target group to see at least this is reflecting or not. Manjit load balancer to the target group listeners. Target group. Is the target. So sample load balancer include as pending below. Just at the pending target. Let to see at least that whether it is also throwing any health status as unhealthy. Okay, meantime it is coming up. Let's go to sample load balancer and add the security groups. I think everything is added. Details. Security it is getting added. Fine. Target group reloaded. Initial states unhealthy. Okay. Let's see to the load balancer again to see whether anything is coming over there or not as of now. Go to target groups, unhealthy. Okay, fine. I think something is going wrong from the cluster front. Okay, and let me fix this issue. If I found the solution, what is actually going wrong and why it is going as unhealthy, I'll just drop you into the chat itself and I will drop you the outputs also. I don't want to delete this whole cluster because we just created it. So I'll just capture whatever have been went wrong and what I have fixed it. And after that, you will be seeing that issues or that solution into your chat box. Okay, fine. You guys can just drop off. I'll just fix it and then share you the solutions.